Exactly. So
which if you, which if you click on it, you can actually go there and see it's right here. And it's over, it's over HTTP traffic. So even if you didn't, you know, narrow it down to that IP, you could start with just that and go, okay. But now you don't know that this file is malicious, though.
No, I don't. Exactly. So then I can look, start my dig and see if that file, if I can, you know, see what that file is and see that IP address itself is malicious or not.
Exactly. You can look at the, yeah, perfect. You could actually look at the reputation of that IP, right, and see is that IP actually bad, right?
Exactly. Or
so yeah. So if I go here to VirusTotal. Evidently, I can't type. somebody call out that IP address to me. Was it 205 or
205.185.113.20? 6 out of 86 is good enough. Bad enough.
I mean, there's a little bit of maliciousness there. It's not a high score, but and look, you want to look and see who's actually rating it. I mean, Fortinet is actually with Kaspersky. Kaspersky, they're pretty notable. I mean, that's
they are heavyweight actors in their field.
Yeah. So what do we have here? Look at this, HTTP pastebin.com. So this was found there. Oh, look.
ICE ID from my resume.
I won't say where we heard ICE ID from earlier this evening.
Yeah, I heard it from you. What a small world.
I know, right? But here's the cool thing. So again, if somebody, you know, if somebody were to give this to you without an alert, without the alerts, and say analyze the PCAP, this is what you'd have to start doing, is start going, okay, well, that's a malicious site, right? So maybe I want to see this file. So let's do it. I'm going to save this file. I'm in my Kali box. I'm going to go ahead and download that to am I in my downloads folder? No, I'm going to go back to my root.
Could you retract a little bit? I'm sorry, my screen was a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, so I'm just downloading the file. I can see that this IP is bad, so I'm just going to go ahead and download the file, and then I'll upload it into Hybrid Analysis, and we'll let Hybrid Analysis take a look at it and give us a little bit of info. But even before that, we can grab the hash of it, right?
Yeah, it's much safer.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a quick way.
Yeah, so let's open up now that we have that file there. Let's see where we got. We're already there.
CD download.
So we do have it there, right? So we should be able to run a SHA. Well, we can get the MD5. MD5 for 3.dll. There is our hash. We're already in. My right finger's not working. Stop it. Copy. Let's go back over to VirusTotal. And let's open up a new VirusTotal window. Anybody want to bet on the maliciousness of the file?
Oh, it should be malicious.
You think so? How malicious? How malicious?
Very bad. Very bad.
7.
55 out of 71.
Yeah, that should do some serious damage.
So look what I just downloaded on my computer. Please be careful when you do this, because if you do this in your host machine, you're seriously risking your machine. So be very careful.
Well, if you don't run it, it's okay, but unless it runs by itself. I mean,
no, even having it on your computer, you don't want to, because you don't know exactly what it's going to do. You do not want to download files in anything other than your virtual environments. So again, we're seeing a lot of activity. I mean, pretty much everything is showing this as a malicious file, right? So if we look at the community, we can see we've got some information. Oh, look at this. So if you look at the community, we've got some IP addresses here that are host. This one looks familiar. 143.110.191.95. Let's go back real quick. Let me close out actually, this is exactly the one I was wanting. What was that?
143 dot something.
143.110.191. There's a lot of endpoints in here. 192. 143.110.191.95.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So is that an IP address that we probably want to look at next?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, from there, I might, right away, we'll start looking at that. Let's go ahead and select that as our filter. And let's see what that narrows it down to. Actually, we should probably take our hash and copy that into our notes, right? So 3.dll. Here's our MD5 hash, right? Again.
A request. Can you type in the command that on the terminal that shows you the MD5 or the 256 hash?
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe we were here. So we can do the SHA-256. Should be there somewhere. SHA-SUM. You can do SHA-SUM, I think 256 and then 3.dll, or you can, I think, do SHA-256 sum 3DLL. I think it'll do either way. Yeah.
No such file.
Yeah, but we got the hash. SHA-256 sum 3.dll, I believe. There we go. There we go. There's the right one. It might have actually just gave us the SHA hash, the SHA-1.
SHA-256 sum. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Richard, how do we know this is the correct hash and the others not?
What do you mean the others?
So we put SHA-256, and on the top we put
Yeah, I did it wrong. I thought I remembered you could put the SHA sum 256 there and then the file name, but that's not the case. When I did the SHA sum, that actually gave me the SHA-1. This is actually the SHA-1 hash. So that's the same. That's just the different hash for the same file. And then when I retyped it again as SHA-256 sum, that gave me the SHA-256 hash of the 3.dll.
On the length can tell like SHA-56 is long enough.
Yep.
And
Yep.
MD5 is short, SHA-1 is short hash. That's the length of the hash.
Correct. And if I want to, I can go ahead and say SHA-1 hash and copy this one as well too. So let's test it. If I copy this hash and go back to VirusTotal, and that's the MD5 hash, we're going to put in the SHA-1 hash, exact same file. Yeah. So that's because I typed it in wrong, I ended up getting the SHA-1, and then I retyped it the correct way with SHA-256 sum and got the 256 sum, or the 256 hash. Okay, so we had started looking at the other IP address, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, now that we have that IP address, you can see there's connectivity to that IP address. Matter of fact, there's 169. Let's see if there actually is any HTTP traffic that we can see. I'm not seeing any TCP.
Is it port 443, Richard? I think that's why.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, there's no HTTP traffic. Everything is on port 443. Destination here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sort it by that. So everything I'm seeing there is 443. And then it goes to the ephemeral port 63061. Yeah, so there is a handshake right here. So here's the original handshake. And I don't think we can see anything of consequence there.
I got you.
What do we have?
Bingo.
Somebody give me what, so somebody tell me what they see and tell me if there's anything of value here.
Okay.
So this, so again, what is this a TCP stream of?
Of the IP address, and we are following it. The hello, basically.
It's the beginning of the handshake.
The handshake, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the beginning of the handshake, right?
Yes.
So at the beginning of the handshake, it's obviously everything's encrypted for the most part, but what can we sometimes get?
You can still get the host name, I guess.
No? Try again. Unfortunately, it looks a little bit different because the extension is a .cyu, but this is a domain right here.
Oh, I meant to say domain, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but instead of it being a .com, it's a domain. It's a cyu.
I meant to say domain. I said localhost. Yeah.
That's okay. So let's go back to virus total. Let's see if we can see what is that.
.cu.
Yeah.
Oh God, they must.
So I mean, we could just go there. We'll hold off on that one. Let's just post it in the virus total. Let's see what we get. Okay. So again, some maliciousness here.
Okay, Fortinet always and Kaspersky.
So we've definitely got a little bit of a maliciousness. Oops, I forgot to put that 256 hash there. I guess I didn't really need to, but let's go ahead and grab that. At least that way we have it in our notes. Not that we really need that, but hey. So this is definitely a malicious link, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can go ahead and use our virus total. We can copy that link. So we'll go back there, hold that there. We'll go back and grab, this is
somebody like me worked, I would never know that CYOU would be a domain name.
So what you can remember though is that in a handshake, a lot of times you can get the domain name from it. So, and it's going to be right at the very beginning because after that, everything's encrypted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I suppose you put www. Blah 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 .cyu. Everything after CYU, I don't think you can see, right?
Say that again.
Anything that after the .cyu, if there is another like /XYZ, you won't be able to see what after the .cyu, you won't be able to see.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if you do put like XYZ dots blah 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 .cyu, you will be able to see.
So for grins and giggles, let's see what this comes up as. Error code. Could not resolve domain. Okay.
You know, it's not unusual for them to change the domains.
Let's look at the community. IOC was found in pastebin. Same thing. Iced ID. So And if you look here, we have from resume.xls. So we didn't really talk about that before, but we really don't know exactly how this all started. But because we're seeing these connected to iced ID with an XLS, what is an XLS?
Excel file.
Excel file.
It's an Excel file. So it could be that what started this whole thing was an Excel file got opened up, and it started this whole deal, right?
Could be, yes.
Yeah, it could be an email attachment.
Yeah, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't really have the endpoint information, right? All right. So let's go back. Let's kind of see where can we go from here. So we already got that info. I did not copy down. Unfortunately, I'm focused on talking. Now, copy. So there is our analysis of the file. Virus total. And for 55 out of 71. Definitely malicious. No doubt about it. That's a bad boy.
And when you run it into VirusTotal, which file name was it associated with? Was there any other file name just to add it to our IOCs besides the?
So this one down here, which was 3 months ago, said the IOC was found in Pastebin. That was actually very similar, a little bit different location, with the title 9/11/2020 myresume.xls. So again, we got another XLS reference here. Pushes ZL loader silent night by malware traffic.
No, I'm looking at the. Could you click on relations? It would show you if there was, and it would upload it under a different name.
Yep.
Besides the 3.dll.
Yeah, for sure. So you've got.
So, yeah.
Yep, you've got cv.xlsb.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be potential. My resume.
Which hash is this? I'm sorry. I was referring to the hash, the SHA. When we uploaded the SHA.
This is just the IP address here.
Oh, no, I'm referring. I'm sorry for the confusion. I'm referring to the hash of the file.
So this one here.
Yeah, I want to see if there is any other files associated. You know, we might have the same hash but different name of the files, so we can add them as IOCs.
That's a very good thought.
Yeah, so because they might not have the same name, but I think I'm looking at relations here. It says VS MCU.dll.
Yeah, so these tabs are very, very helpful. So make sure you go through them. And look, we actually have a new tab here that's behavior. So that actually may give us some other stuff as well. So very good.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at relations. And do you have Twitter? Oh, this is pretty recent.
Looks like there's a couple other potential DLLs here that you could look for. vsmessyU.dll, tone.dll.
Yeah, can we add those? Can we add those to our notes so we can actually add them to our IOCs to look for? And they're under files.
We'll put details here and put potential files.
Or different file names for the same associated with the same hash.
Yep. Potential additional files
associated with the same hash. So you can. So that's one. This is behavior. I haven't seen support.com.
What else? Is there anything else here that we might grab? file type 132. We don't need all the extra. We already got the hashes. So I think we're good there.
Yeah, yeah.
Tune.dll.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of tracked you back a little bit, but I just felt it's a little bit important to.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. You're spot on. That's why this is good that we're working this together, because, you know, it's important for you guys to think through this as well too, right?
Yeah, because at the end you wanna gather as much IUCs as you can. So make it so you can broaden the knowledge base on this
Yep.
guy here. So is
So-
there any
Hang on one
besides
sec.
that? Go ahead.
I was just
I
gonna say,
see.
so here's some other things on the relations portion. Look, there's actually the domain that we found in our
Mhm.
file, right?
yeah.
You've got some
Yeah,
additional
yeah.
ones here. You also have some additional IP addresses. We could look at those and see if we see any of those. But then also down here too, you can kind of see a little bit as well of it's not really the process tree. It's more of the graph summary of the connections, but kind of the same idea. So you can see you've got 8 contacted IPs, 6 contacted domains, and 2 contacted URLs through those DLLs. So that's
This is beautiful. Yeah, I see what we don't. You have it. I don't have the access to that. You have to have an account with them. So you can actually look at those 6 IPs.
No, you can. I mean,
further.
No, they were there. They're right here.
No. I think if you click on it, it won't go back. It will ask you for your login credentials.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But those are the IPs right here, though.
But I think the free version is giving you good enough information to build your case.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. The big benefit of having the account with VirusTotal is if all you have is a hash and you don't have the actual file, you can take the hash and input the hash, and it will actually allow you to download the file.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Speaking of the file, let me actually delete it out of my virtual box. Go back to download. Yeah, God. Yeah, I'm a little worried because I have I can copy paste from my machine to my from my host machine to the virtual box.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that clipboard. And I read something, some interesting papers that they can, some malware can actually leak from your virtual box into your actual host through that clipboard. If you have the option of drag and drop.
Right. So here's actually some nice information as well too. Somebody actually Joe sandboxed this as well.
Oh.
So it looks like you might be able to just take and go to see the Joe sandbox portion as well. There's a PDF as well.
You have to be signed in to see that.
Probably, but let's give it a shot.
Oh, you have to be signed in to comment. I'm sorry. Oh, you're right here. Let's look at the executive report.
Hang on one sec.
Excuse me.
Doesn't seem to be going there on the Joe sandbox for some reason. Analysis report VS messy. So this is actually the other file that I guess that you sometimes see along with it.
No, Richard,
But here,
it's the same hash. It's the same hash. It's just a different name.